What's going on? It's Ashton, and I'm making this video. We still in this apartment here. It's not the best, but hey, this is real life, and we're starting from zero, so it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, you're gonna give everything you have or not. But the real reason for this video is, I believe the next generation, if you're the next generation in line to take over your family's mantle, you have a job to do, and the game is still running. So it's important for me to make this video. I never talk about this type of stuff on video because I just feel like you know, it's too formal. But I guess that's my talking point. That's the way that I speak. There's no other way for me to really bring this level of value in short form content. So fuck it. Here we are. And this is my do rag here. I just took it off. But yeah. So I'm a designer, and I pay attention to the smallest details of every encounter I ever had in my entire life. So if we ever had a conversation, 9 times out of 10, I analyze every single part of you. And if we still have conversations, that mean I see value in you some way. That's just how it is. That's just how my brain works. So, yeah, essentially, if you're the next, you're taking on the next generation, you're supposed to be leading the household next. You're automatically um, tasked with the rules of the leader of the house for the next generation. Like what does that even mean, Ashton? That means you have to understand that the game's still running. Like there's cities out here that exist because people have set themselves up to exist, their next generation to win. You know, when you're thinking about, because the game's huge, right? When you think generationally, and people say generational wealth this year, generational wealth that, but they really don't understand what it means. When we think about the game, right? If you succeed, right, that's cool. You made a few $1 million. But when I think about succeeding, we think about design language and how can this conversation evolve into the next generation. It's not just about this single hand conversation of, oh, like I made a lot of money or I did something cool while I was alive. It's like, no, like, did you start a conversation that the next generation can expand upon to deepen that and widen that hole of family values? Because at the end of the day, it's like families that run the rule. There's families that run this entire world. And this might be a conversation that you might not be ready to have right now, but look at everything that you see set up in the current zeitgeist. And I believe, as like black people in America, we're not, or not just black people in America, but black people of the diaspora, we've like been so detached from our original cultural norms that like we don't even find value in our last names because we understand it's not really ours, etc., etc. So for us to even get back to that, we have to, it's gonna be hard, of course, but we have to you know have that conversation of like, what's the next step for us? Like, where did our ancestors leave off and where can we pick up? So that's number one. This is just the first video. You have to be the leader of your empire. You have to lead your empire. Your family needs a castle. It needs protection, and it needs community. It has to be attached to different other families, and this has to be something that's not. It's not just, oh, like it happened. No, like it was planned. Like other families sat at the table, like, no, like we would like to be, in the vicinity of your bloodline. This is a strict, like, actual conversation that needs to be had between groups of people, because automatically humans, we're gonna have disagreements. Be like, what the like, you're gonna be upset with people. You're gonna be like, bro, like, fuck you, like, why the fuck did you do that? But when you have conversation, it's more about, hey, like, this is how our families want to move forward, and then we can work it out. We can, you know, plan generationally, because it's not just about one generation. It's about, hey, like, my father did work with your father. This is how we can work together. Oh, my grandfather did work with your grandfather. It goes that deep. It's that deep. And there's written documents of these families working together in collaboration to succeed. This isn't like a one and done, one generation and done thing. That's why longevity and understanding is so deep. Like, why do you think castles existed? You think it was only one family living there? It was different families doing or servicing each other to actually build something. Like the United States, like even when you think about the world in general, like, you know how difficult it is to actually have a striving society. Like, this is a difficult thing to do, and this isn't like a low level conversation. So that's why, you know, whoever's probably watching this, you're more than likely a leader, because people that don't spend time to, you know, listen to another person to even like let them voice their opinion, is 9 times out of 10 that's not the person, you know. Like, and that's another thing that we have to start to understand. Like, if you see someone, you know, like undermining your whatever, it's just no, like, that's not the person. You know, he might think he's this guy, but that's not really the guy. And, you know, salute to you if you made it this far in the video, and I'll be making more videos like this in the future. So this is actually the conversation I was attempting to have a long time ago, but sometimes it's so scattered, it's a lot to talk about. And this is how our conversation style be, for as long as I can do this, you know. And I'll start talking about different business ventures that I'm doing, and different things that I'm working on. It's never going to be any voiceovers, no super exciting. I mean, maybe, but for now it'll just be like straightforward content that's formal, because I feel most comfortable doing formal conversations like this. And they might not blow up as fast as other people, but they are of value. So I know someone like me would appreciate this type of stuff. So be the leader of your empire. Take on the torch. And the goal of the leader of the empire is to make the castle evolve. You have to move the torch forward. You have to redevelop what it means to be whatever your last name is. And for myself, it's Vange. So, yeah, you have work to do, and salute to you being on your mission.